Hello everyone, today I am discussing Leetcode problem number 2460, which is related to array. So today we are solving this problem. This problem specifies that in a given array we have to perform some operations which is a zero indexed array. जिसमें non negative element integer exist करते हैं. So we have to do what? We have to perform an operation in which if the current number and the next number is same, then we have to do what? We have to multiply the current number by 2 and the next number by 0. Otherwise we have to skip this operation, and after performing all the operations we have to shift 0 at the end of the array. For example, if we got an array something like this, so we will just try run this, like how exactly this is work. So 1 0 2 double 0 and 1. So if we compare these two, which is I and this is I plus 1, so these are not equal, so we are going to skip this. So we are going to skip this and we are going to compare these two parts are not equal, then we are going to skip this. And after this we are going to compare these two parts and these parts are not equal, then we are going to skip this. And right now we are comparing this, so like they are equal, but after performing the operation they are still 0. The pair is separate, but whenever we try to multiply anything by 0, we get 0. And after this we are going to check for this pair, and this pair is also not satisfy the condition. After doing all of the operation, we are going to obtain the result as 1 2 1 and 0 0 0, because we have shifted all the 0 at the very end. So this is our final result, which matches the required output. So if you get that result, the example one specifies this also, 1 1 2 2 1 1 0. Exactly how this is going to work. This is compared to this, these are not equal, then we are going to compare this by this, these two are equal, and then we are going to multiply this 2 by 2, we are going to get 4, and we are converting this 2 by 0. And after this we are going to compare this by this, and if all of these are conditions are satisfied, we are going to receive that output 14200 after doing all of the operation. So our approach to solve this problem will be a two-pointer approach, in which basically what I am going to do is specifically comparing these two pointers and incrementing according to their need. Let me compare 1 to 2 1 1 0. Okay, so the starting pointer should be here and the ending pointer is just next to it, and we are just comparing if the array s is equal to and if this condition is true, we are going to perform the operations, and if the conditions are not true, then we are going to do what? Just skip that pair. So if the condition is not satisfied, so what is going to exactly happen? That these two pair are going to for this and check for this condition. Yes, these conditions are satisfied because these two are equal. Then the operations will be going to perform, and then after this, then after this the performance operations are done, then we are going to for this, and then we are going for this, and then we are going for this. Okay, so yes, so now how are we going to code this? So now let's implement. So I'm going to implement integer start, and which going to specify the starting position, and integer variable n, which is going to hold the size of the array. Okay, why 0 and 1 I have explained here, because this s indicates the 0th position, 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so exactly what I'm going to do is firstly I will just make sure a while loop is present here, because we have to check for multiple conditions, and then until and unless we have to just check if s of end is is it should be s of start, s of end. Why is it, why these are equal? um, if these are equal, then we are going to perform the operation. Okay, if these are equal, so what are we going to do is we are just going to um, uh, uh, the multiplying the current number, which is the ith number, which is represented by start here. We are going to just multiply that number by 2, and after this the I plus 1, which is represented by end here, is going to be 0, and just simply we are going to do what, uh, actually it's num here. And then what are we going to do is we are just simply incrementing the window. After this, we are sure that the condition is not satisfied, then we are just going to simply incremented the pointers. Okay, and I am also make suring that this it shouldn't overpass the n. And after doing all of the operation, it the array has some zeros and one, but after this we have to push all the elements to the end. So we are going to create a element vector type of array, which is going to store the non-zero element in it, and I am using just a for each loop to do that particular task. What this code is particularly doing, that it will going to store the all the non-zero element first, so that the non-zero element get the get at the starting position. Like when like this non-zero element, for example, after doing the operation, our array becomes something like this. So like I want to push those two elements at the very end. So how it is going to exactly work? 1 2 1. So these three are the non-zero element which is going to pushed here by this code. And then after that we are just pushing what the next element, which is going for like while, until and unless the nums. And we are also sure that the non-zero the non-zero, like which is going to consist the arrays at the end. After this we are pushing those element at the very end as the same size as the this size. So we are going to comparing with the n. So until and unless the size of non-zero is less than n, and n represent the size of the nums array which is passed here, and we are just pushing 0 until it should be x here. Until the size of array becomes 0, and we are simply returning non-zero because this is a vector type of integer parameter signature of the function. So I got an error. Yeah, there is a missing semicolon. We got an error. We got a buffer overflow error. What is missing here? nums start nums and start is less than n, and what exactly is happening? It is overriding buffer head overflow. I am also make sure that okay, I think I should double cross it. Okay, yes. So now all of the things are correct, and now let's submit. Yes, our code is accepted with the 100% of accuracy and beats 100% of the participating. Thank you guys for watching.